Hi, Howie. Good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Howie Mandel's coming in. Do you watch any of these courtroom TV shows?
I love courtroom TV shows.
Do you like Judge Marilyn Milian from the People's Court?
I watch them all. Yeah, she's okay.
Right.
She's all right.
Right.
You like Joe Brown, you said?
I do, yeah. I'm not a huge fan, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick him.
You don't have to pick one.
You're probably right. I could probably enjoy all of them.
Yeah. There's no reason to pick one.
I guess that's
and
true.
for me, I don't really watch for the judges. I love the, I'm calling them contestants. I love the.
They are contestants.
They really are.
Yeah.
And they're kind of cast, but they're funny.
They're amazing.
But
And
they don't know they're funny.
Exactly.
And that's why they're funny.
Right.
But don't you get your if you lose, you get it paid for? Don't they pay for it? So you're really not losing anything by going on television. I think they do pay for it.
Yeah, but you lose dignity.
Yeah, a lot of dignity.
A lot of dignity.
Yeah,
and these
dignity
people
does
have
go
no
down.
idea. These arguments do not hold up in humanity. And it's just, this is my ex-wife, and she took my lawnmower.
Right.
And she said she was going to give me $40. And I have a note here, if you'd like to look at it.
Can I see the note? Can I see the note?
Well, it's not the actual note. It's a copy of the note that I made with a pencil.
Yeah.
And would you like to look at it?
My favorite is they go well, I borrowed his car, and then I got a speeding ticket. So he's asking me to pay the speeding ticket. The guy's like, just because it's my car, and they go back and forth.
No, and I love
they make
that.
15 minutes out of it. It's
how
amazing.
petty people are.
Yeah.
People are very, very petty. And this is what keeps us from murdering each other. The fact that we can go to court and work it out. It's not about $40.
But that's not
they
court.
hate each other.
That's TV.
Right.
It's TV. If you have a major problem, and you really believe this is a problem, you can't solve it on TV.
No?
But that's all of TV. Like when you're watching The Bachelorette.
Right.
I love how earnest people are when they go, I just want to make sure you're here for the right reasons.
It's amazing. I watch it too.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm thinking every time they say that, I don't think he's here for the right reason.
Right.
I am here for true love.
They get to episode 7, and they start to question, wait a minute, is he here just for the cameras, or is he here for me? He didn't even know you before he got
have any
here.
of them worked out? Have any of them actually worked out where they evolve into a real relationship and stay together past the next season when they're not on TV?
Why are you talking about episode 7? Everybody gets out of that car and goes, I think we should spend the rest of our lives together.
That's right.
Who has ever done that?
That's right.
I don't know, but it's like a romantic thing. You do hear older couples that have these weird stories that I met him at a cafe.
You just want romance.
I do. I said, if you walk me home, I'll marry you. And then all of a sudden they're married 50 years later. Yeah.
Older couples.
Yeah,
when you are 80, when you are 70, you think tomorrow, if you think you're going to die tomorrow, then fall in love today. If you are young and you feel like the whole world is ahead, don't beg for a fucking rose.
Right.
How did you meet you married 38 years, how did you meet your wife?
Reality show,
on a
right?
TV show.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember. Oh, we were in the same area. We were I knew her before I married her. Well, you can't marry strangers, but you can.
Yeah.
But I knew her. I knew her, and my friends dated her.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I met her from my friend dating, and then she dated another friend, and then I tried, and then she just said no to me, and then she dated another. She was with everyone, so I figured, why not?
Why not? It was your turn.
It was my turn,
Right?
So
Did it ruin your friendship?
with my friends or her?
Your friend. Did it ruin your friendship when you dated his ex?
Yes,
It did, right?
yes, it did. But I'm still with her, and I'm not with him.
Did that ever get back, that friendship, or no?
No, I don't care.
You know.
Yeah,
I don't really care about old friends.
If you came in and you were like, I've been with my wife for 38 years, but I really miss my friend. It's almost like, what choice did you
Well,
make
there
here?
are moments.
Yeah, well, you wonder, did it ruin a good friendship? Sometimes that stuff is irreparable, and sometimes, 5 years later, it gets
But
fixed.
people say you've been married for 38 years to the same woman. Can I be honest with you? Like when I married her, she was 23 and wild and crazy and fun. And I'll be honest, this is not the same woman. She's got the same name.
How many years in did it change?
What?
How many years in did it change?
Oh, right after I do. I do.
Right.
They don't say change
Yeah.
is the word that they leave off of the vow.
I do change.
I do
Change.
change. Yeah, no, it's very different when I know I'm happily married. I'm thrilled to be married. She gets
Well,
angry with
you're
me.
probably not the same guy, or are you?
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. She's mad at me now for. Do you guys go to the bathroom in the shower?
Piss.
Yes,
Yeah.
even when, even
No
when there's no water running.
She doesn't want me shitting in the shower.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And it's not like I don't spend a half hour trying to push everything down the drain. She's against that.
Right. Well, you're a good husband like that.
I am.
You
good
just
like
shove
that.
it in,
And it's all gone.
Right.
By the time.
Right.
How
And
long-
but the problem is, it's under the fingernails.
Oh, you just
No,
It's
I-
pushing it down.
Oh, you're right. I didn't
Yeah,
even think of
that's
that.
the issue. She doesn't like that.
She doesn't like that. No.
How long into being married did you start to get like worried about germs? Was that like from the beginning, or did you hit her
No,
with that like?
that's why she was the cleanest girl in the city. So that's why I went out with her. I have always been a germaphobe. I've always been a germaphobe.
So she
Always.
knew that from the beginning.
She knew that from the beginning. She had to walk on towels, and I had to hose her off, and it was just it's been a nightmare for
Did you
her.
hose her off before every date?
Before every encounter.
I see.
Wow.
Just any,
like fucking Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction.
yes, I'm coming home now.
Right.
Get
There's
the
actually-
hose ready.
There's a chemical shower right above your doorway, right? You just pull.
She's actually been a saint and deserves a medal for being a part of whatever my whirlwind of existence is.
How is it? Is it better for you now, or is it the same?
It's actually better because I'm at this particular moment, as you ask, my medication is really working, but there are ebbs and flows to medication. So right now I am so medicated that I have I'm good.
What is it? What does the medication do for you? Does it make it we just don't obsess as much, or what is the medication? How does it help you?
Well, just I've lost all sense of fear.
Oh,
I have no fear.
that's
Wow.
probably
No,
not the
it's-
best
It's
thing.
not
great.
a good thing.
Right.
It sounds like a good thing, but I have none. I can't get my adrenaline to flow. I have no fear. You could drop me off the top of a fucking building. It feels like I am sitting talking to you.
Does it mess I'm always scared. They want to put me on stuff for different reasons. I'm always scared it's going to mess up my timing or the ability to think fast on my feet. But obviously, you sound normal to me. You don't sound any different. Doesn't fuck up your thinking.
Okay.
No. No, it hasn't. See what I did there?
Oh, you're funny,
Do you
dude.
see what I did?
Yeah.
You guys are really funny too. I should mention that also this Saturday there's an Instagram. Do you ever watch animals doing things?
I've
Sure.
seen animals do stuff.
Yes.
No, not in general.
In German films.
That's not what's on Nat Geo
okay.
this Saturday. Howie Mandel's Animals Doing Things. I
Oh,
have a
it's
new
this-
show
oh.
based on the app, based on the Instagram page.
Oh. And you just get to announce like, hey, here's a tiger doing something.
That's exactly what
That's
I
a
do.
great
and no
gig.
more. It's so stupid that they would hire me to do that, but they did. And it's just the animals are doing things. Howie Mandel is doing nothing.
Just
Wow.
announcing what the animals are doing.
And getting
Here's
paid.
okay, now here's a raccoon. I don't even talk about it. Just does things, and you could watch that for yourself. I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
I have the easiest jobs in the world. I'm the judge on AGT. It's not
Yep.
really a judge. I'm doing what people are doing at home alone in their underpants on the couch. They give me pants and a check, and I go and do the
That's a
check
fun
thing.
gig, isn't it? Where you just
It's
kind of show up and
ridiculous.
talk about people who are performing. That's a fun gig.
How does
like you guys probably have to. There's some preparation that goes into this show.
a level of preparation? Sure.
Very
There is a
little,
level.
yeah.
I love it. You know what I'm noticing? So we're here at Sirius Radio, and there is probably, I don't know how many shows at once going. Like there's probably 20, 30 different
Yeah.
shows in different booths, and you're in little glass aquariums, radio aquariums, and you can walk down the hall and you go, oh, there's that show, and there's that show, and you could wave it down. But you are enclosed in drapery.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Why?
That's right.
Why
Because
is it
if there's
that you-
nudity on the screen, we can't have the curtains open because it's like a human resources issue.
Jim likes to look up photos of analingus before
Yeah.
every show. And
Yes.
we don't want people
Photos
walking
of me
around.
performing it. Yeah, we like to have nudity on the screen.
I didn't know. Then how come? But there is no nudity right now.
Not now. There's
do
not,
you
but
want
it pops
some?
up.
Because we're fine for it because we got the curtains.
If you'd like to see anything, we'll show you.
Yeah, and just show me stuff, but I won't. We don't have to talk about
That's
it or
right.
Sure.
anything.
That's
It's
right.
just
There
there
we
you
go.
go. Okay. So,
Wow. Troy went right for it.
You can see the
Oh
insides
my
of that
God.
young
Yeah, that's
lady.
a very graphic. That's from a Quincy episode.
yeah.
that's like, oh my
I
God.
didn't mean to embarrass you.
Now
Howie,
it's
I'm
hard
sorry.
to concentrate, but there's
Yeah.
a big. There's
Yeah.
more curtains.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you know.
That's when you know it's good stuff.
Really?
So let's go back to Howie.
Wait, Howie's enjoying that. He's a man.
He wants to
Can
see
we just sit quiet
and watch nude photos?
Yeah, I heard you on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts this morning. You guys weren't talking. You were just looking at pictures.
You said nothing.
I love that.
That's right.
Why can't they just enjoy? You know, they say silence is golden.
Sure.
I think there's got to be more silence on radio. There really has to be people who are driving right now and people who are listening to the show. Maybe they just want us to shut the fuck up and give you a moment wherever you are.
Let's give you a moment to center yourself now.
That's it.
That's it.
How was the show this morning with Howie? Well, I had some time to myself.
Yeah,
and
that's relaxing.
It is relaxing. It's never quiet. It's just yap, 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 yap.
How does Howard compare to, or I guess now Simon, compare to doing the show with Howard?
Very different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the biggest difference. And I love Howard, and I'm a huge fan of Howard, and I'm a friend of Howard. But I'll tell you. But here's the thing. You know that because, like you know, it's Howard has to get up early. I don't know if you guys get up early. Do you get up early?
Not as early as he does, but we get up. Yeah, we have to be on. We start at 8. So yeah.
So you start at 8. So, but he's up at like 4 in the morning.
Right.
So when he was part of America's Got Talent, not only did they move the show to New York, but we started promptly, maybe at 10 or maybe at 11. When he finished, if it was a radio day, then he had to go do the radio. And then we would work till maybe 6 or 7 at night and then be gone. Simon, on the other hand, I don't think he has seen noon. I don't think he's ever seen 1. I don't think he's up at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Wow.
So we don't start shooting till 4 or 5 and we go till 1 in the morning.
What is it about that chair that they just let that person
That's the
make the
alpha
schedule?
chair. That's the alpha chair.
Like,
Well, he switched chairs from Howard. That was my chair. But well, first of all, but it's about those guys. Listen,
shouldn't it just be like the show starts at this time? Like this is so be there at this time.
Well, if you want to get somebody to be on the show, if they want Howard or if they want Simon Cowell, there's certain probably concessions they had to make, and that was one of them.
Yeah, and that's who these people are. The thing I remember most about Howard is, so they moved the whole show here to New York. And Heidi, Mel B, and at that time Nick Cannon lived in California. So the 3 of us lived in California. So we, in August, it goes live. We had to get on Tuesdays. We got on a plane in Los Angeles. All 3 of us were on the same plane. We flew for 6 hours. We land here. They drive us into the city. We have to go to the hotel, change, put on clothes, take a quick shower, go down to Radio City Music Hall after 7 hours, and then we're going to go live. And we'd be walking down the hall, and Howard would be walking the other way, and Howard would go, "Oh, the fucking traffic." Are you kidding me?
How does that not start fights eventually? Like, how do you guys not start resenting the fact that we're all uprooting ourselves?
You know what? Well, I don't think Mel, Heidi, myself, or Nick have that gene of resentment.
Gotcha.
I think we were thrilled to be working with Howard.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun being here in New York. It was fun being at Radio City Music Hall. It's fun working with Simon, too. Simon is gives the show a gravitas. He's got, on Billboard right now, maybe 4 or 5 spots with all his talent. So when he, and I don't know if you watched last week or if you've seen it on YouTube, but my Golden Buzzer is going to be the new biggest star. There's this 13-year-old little awkward girl that becomes Janis Joplin. And just has exploded and has had over 100 million hits.
Incredible.
On digital since Tuesday.
By the way, which schedule do you prefer? The Howard schedule where you're done by 6 p.m. or this one where you go till 1 a.m.?
It depends what time of day you ask me. And I know you just asked me now. In the morning, I was never happy to get up early in the morning. I'm not really a morning person.
Right.
But I want to go home at night. So if you ask me at 11 or 12 at night, if you're happy still being here, I'd like to be home.
Sure.
Or someplace. But I love, sitting there. If I'm going to be up late, I might as well watch these amazing and sometimes ridiculous acts.
Well, the show business, it feels like things should be done at night. It's
little
more
bit,
natural
yeah.
to watch somebody performing at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. than it is at 3 in the afternoon.
Well, have you ever had to do comedy? Have you ever done comedy in the morning? Like, I'll get hired
For nooners, they're terrible.
Corporate thing where it's brunch. When they smile or laugh, you shouldn't see eggs in somebody's teeth. I don't want to see eggs.
Yeah, no, I don't do particularly well at those gigs, but the afternoon gigs are never good. They're never fun. They're
never.
Stink. It's not meant. You're not meant to be doing stand up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, you're not.
It's
needs
not
to
natural.
be not in daylight. Not in any daylight.
Well, it's like when you do an early show, a Saturday 6 p.m. show in a club, and they have like curtains that's blacked out, but you can see a little bit of daylight coming through the side of the curtain. You're like, this just feels. People aren't as loose. It just feels wrong to be doing this with daylight.
And speaking of things happening at unnatural times, did you wake up to watch your girl in the royal wedding?
No, because I resent her for not inviting me.
So that resentment gene did pop in.
It did.
It did.
You remember
yes.
that I was just talking about that. Yeah, I guess there's one thing.
Why weren't you invited?
Because the whole cast of Suits was there, but she was also on
Deal or No
Deal or No Deal, and there's only you. You're the host. You're the show.
And that was a big break for her.
Huge.
I don't know that she would have gotten Suits if it wasn't for me.
I don't think so.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
I don't remember her at all. Nothing. I was told that she was a Deal or No Deal girl.
Right.
I was shown the pictures. I was there. She was there. I don't remember her.
Right. But you have the photos with the princess girl, but you don't know.
I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know anything about her.
So maybe you didn't talk to her. Maybe she said hi to you in the hallway, and you were distracted, and you blew her off, and then she's now the princess. She's like, I'm not inviting him. He wasn't nice to me when I worked with him.
So even the name, they said Meghan Markle. You were like, I've never heard of that person before in my life.
I didn't know that name.
Right.
I did not know that name. I don't know. And I'm trying to
have a moment in your memory, right?
Yeah, because the pictures are everywhere. Everywhere I go, people are talking about her, and I'd like to pop one thing.
What's your fondest memory with her?
Yeah, your best Meghan Markle memory from Deal or No Deal.
Meghan Markle.
Markle?
Markle.
Do you know her name, Howie?
Hang on. Oh, there was one time I'll never forget this. I said to her, Megan, open the case. And she did. She just, that thing just cracked open, and I don't remember the amount of money, but I remember that.
The way she opened it was good.
That show is coming back now.
I saw that.
CNBC, and you know what? The beauty of it is, and for no other reason but to create another Duchess.
Yeah, it's important.
How great would it be if you guys could get her to do it? Don't.
You know what? I love that joke. We didn't even ask. We're going to ask.
You
because
should
you
ask.
didn't know she was on.
Would she do one episode without it being announced, without being talked about? No one mentions it. She just does the show, and that's the end of it.
What night are you going to be on CNBC?
I don't know.
Okay, because I watch CNBC at night.
Oh, you do?
Because I got a couple shows that I like on there.
Right.
And I get mad when other shows replace those shows.
Would you get mad if my show replaced your
No,
show?
because I do like Deal or No Deal.
Okay.
I could see myself watching that show.
I don't think that we're going to throw another show out.
I know, because they sit there and they'll do like Shark Tank from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I love those nights.
Yes.
And so when they put on like a different show, I won't mention because now you're in the CNBC family. I don't want to throw that under the bus.
No, don't throw it under the bus.
But
I
a different
love
show that's
everything.
not Shark Tank, I'll be like, where's Shark Tank?
But Deal or No Deal, brand new episodes. And Deal or No Deal, that is a great home for it. It's there
It makes
anyways.
sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense. It's money.
It's money. It's negotiating.
Right.
It's greed.
It's the royal family,
It's the
potentially.
Well,
Yes.
potentially.
Potentially.
Not necessarily, but potentially.
But potentially.
Here's what
right
you do.
now,
You want to promote it, you say, and we have a very, very special, what do they call the people that turn?
The briefcase ladies.
Okay, we have a very special briefcase lady, and then just coming back, and everyone will think it's her. They
Right.
might tune in, but it's
Right.
not. She's one of the other ones.
Just some other girl.
a very special one.
Very special.
Right.
one.
Like a special needs one.
Yeah, bring her
right,
back.
that's right.
Exactly.
When I said special,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very special.
yeah, very special.
Right. I think it could be really, really spectacular.
Yeah, you just lie. Just get people to watch it.
So you didn't even watch it on tape, the royal wedding?
You didn't care.
Because you didn't care.
I
I've never
saw.
seen...
No, I did see.
So when you saw her face, did you go like, oh?
she's pretty.
Like, that's all.
No, but
That's
he
all.
didn't. There's no
That's all.
recognition.
Yeah,
No.
Nothing.
Did you watch the original Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember her?
No recollection
Okay.
whatsoever.
Do you remember
no.
any of the women?
No. I
No?
remember you. I
People
remember maybe
did
like,
have favorites though.
did they?
They did.
How many were there?
26.
Okay.
You know who else was a Deal or No Deal model?
Who?
Chrissy Teigen.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember her being a Deal or No Deal model?
No memory.
Nope. She told me.
She let you know.
She let me know.
And it was new information for you.
When I did the what's it called, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition special.
Uh-huh.
I did a piece on that, and she was there because she was the cover girl at the time. And she goes, "You don't remember me?" whatever number she was.
It's so funny, like, and it's proves like because J Lo was originally on In Living Color as a dancer, like
Fly Girl.
a fly girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got to be nice to everybody because you never know who's that background person or whatever who's gonna fucking be the biggest person in Hollywood.
Yeah, you don't realize you need to be nice to every gorgeous dancer and model.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because you don't know what they're going to become.
That's right.
And by the way, Howie has dates on sale too. Just go to HowieMandel.com. I don't know if there's anything
Tonight
that's
I'm
available.
in New Jersey.
But yeah, it's a great gig. The Bergen Performing Arts Center in Inglewood. Tomorrow is NYCD Theater. It's in Westbury. And then you can go to Oklahoma or Atlantic City or Key West coming up through the end of June and July.
I have my own club in Atlantic City. The Taj Mahal was just bought by the Hard Rock Casino
Okay.
in Atlantic City. And they're opening up the Howie Mandel Comedy Club.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
So are you doing that?
I'm gonna appear there because it's my club.
Sure.
And I'm gonna shoot a special there on July 3rd and 4th.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever stop doing dates or you did them
No,
all through?
I still do almost 200 a year.
Oh, you
Wow.
do? Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what I do regardless of anything else. And it kind of keeps me, and you do it too, it keeps you in touch with people.
Yeah, and it also reminds me that I'm never doing as good as I think when I'm still sweating ticket sales. I'm like, wow, man, that was great. I shot a special, and I'm like, fuck, I got to do extra press because it's half sold. Yeah, that's one thing I'll never be happy with is worrying about ticket sales. You never ever get over worrying about ticket sales.
I do because really I just enjoy myself. I don't care.
You don't care.
If anybody shows up. In fact, when I'm alone, it's just more freeing.
Which
It's
goes
more-
to what our new plan for the radio show is: just let people be alone in their cars without us.
With no noise,
No
or
nothing.
no audience.
Right. Certainly
or
no laughing.
And you could sit and just look at your Instagram thing. Look at animals doing things.
Right.
And then watch it on Nat Geo.
Do you have a ritual before you go on, or do you just show up and go on?
Show up and go on.
Yeah.
I do nothing. There's no people always say, if they're there before the show, I'll give you a minute to go prep.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, but I don't know what. Do you have a ritual?
I just got to pee before. I need if it's a 2-person show, I got to know what your last bit is so I can piss. And if it's a 3-person show, like the host has got to do 2 in between. I just got to pee. That's it. I like to walk
no
in.
matter what, how do you time your pee? Like, what if you don't have to pee?
He
Or you-
pisses every 10 minutes.
I will literally, I'll stand over the toilet and just lightly brush my nipple because it relaxes me and it makes me go to the bathroom.
Are you being serious?
100. I wish I wasn't. Yeah, 100% serious because there's something about that. It's some type of fucking female estrogen thing, I'm sure, but it helps me go to the bathroom.
No, not
and I
about
can go
tickling
on.
your nipple to pee. The fact that why do you need to pee? Like if you don't have the urge, why are you going?
It's the same reason I have to fly in the aisle in case I have to.
Right.
I don't want to be uncomfortable on stage. The idea of being a minute into an hour set and having to pee is like shit.
Panics you.
It becomes it's all you can think of.